Good afternoon, everybody. This is Emily from Grammy's Garden. I'm out here today. I'm getting ready to pull the sweet potato plants out of this grow bag I've got. I usually have really good luck with huge, really good sweet potatoes out of here. And this year I grew the same kind as I normally do, the Beauregards. One year I grew white ones and Beauregards. Beauregards are about my favorite, and they just really mature well. This year, I'm not looking for today when we pull this for a harvest like I normally have because of the fact that the grow bag is so much smaller. Excuse my dog hacking over there. But anyway, it's a small grow bag compared to what I normally use. And this year I really did a bad habit I have, which was overplanting everything. Everything I planted too much. So my point is that putting 4 slips in this small grow bag probably wasn't real smart. But anyway, whatever I get, I'll be happy with, because my garden bed out there, I have one that I put 3 slips in it, and it's just, the vines are just everywhere. They're out in the yard, they're between the rows, they're everywhere. And vines don't always mean you got a good crop, but we'll see how it goes. I know out there I can already see those pushing through the soil at the top, so they're going to do really well. If you want to go back and look at my short, I showed how I started these slips, and these are started from sweet potatoes that I grew last year, and they were totally out of the grow bag. So I just have great luck with grow bags and sweet potatoes. So we'll get at pulling these out. Okay, I've got my box here. You can tell by the box I've got, I'm not really too hopeful. Now, there's nothing I like better, other than maybe, I'm doing this sitting down today. There's nothing I like better than seeing what I've got under the ground with my root crops, like particularly potatoes and sweet potatoes, but I think sweet potatoes are the most fun for me. So let's see what we can get right off the bat, okay? Here we go. Now that thing's pretty heavy. Either I scoot closer to it or I stand up. All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and get these out of here. Well, when I pull this up, this broke off. I'm not gonna judge these. I just am happy. No, Punky, you can't eat it. My dog eats anything I grow. Just about anything. I'm serious. She picked her own strawberries this year, and she picks cherry tomatoes on a daily basis. My cherry tomatoes are still going strong. I got my gloves on backwards, so I'm gonna do this. Bear with me, y'all. Okay. I don't want y'all to miss out on any of this because it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I think my daughter's gonna film for me when I take them out of the garden out there, because that's gonna be a project in that. There's so many vines, so many vines. I just had a feeling that these guys, they're able to scoot it forward a little bit, and I want y'all to be sure and see as I pull these out, because last year I made a film and you couldn't really see. Now, I may go ahead and dump them here in a minute. Okay, I won't show them to you one at a time, but you know, I think I could have let these grow a while. But I just kept thinking the vines weren't looking good. The vines out in the garden have already been blooming and blooming. These were planted 3 weeks earlier off of the same sweet potato that I started my slips on, and they never have bloomed. Oh, I like this size. That's a nice size. I'll just keep pulling these out. I'll probably dump this thing over in a bit. That's kind of what I do after a while. Now, I fed these twice with fish emulsion this year, and I watered them almost daily because we've been in drought. And when I say drought, I mean like no rain. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow. Oh, these are looking like just about the size that I'm going to be able to store. I don't want to can them. I've got canned ones on the shelves from 2 years back and last year, and I want to keep some to just let them cure, and I'll put them in a really warm, humid place and let these dry off. Now, because this is wet, as you can see it, because this is wet soil, because yesterday I went ahead and watered them, they need to be out here in the sun and the wind just a little bit so they can get dry, and then I can take them and store them. I don't have a root cellar. I don't have a greenhouse. Oh gosh, I really like these sweet potato size. I think Beauregards are so sweet. I was disappointed with the white sweet potatoes, and you all may have a totally different opinion, but the white sweet potatoes just seemed, they were bland compared to Beauregards. That's what it was for me. Now for me, that's about a perfect size. A couple years ago, my daughter was filming for me out here, and that's when I had I think a 35-gallon bucket or grow bag. And in that, well, these are doing better than I thought they were going to, which is always a nice surprise. And we pulled one. I got a video of it. I don't like to tout my videos, but I got a video if you want to see it. We pulled one out that was like that big around. It looked like a human heart. It was amazing in its shape and everything. Now over here, the vines had pushed down where I didn't get water in there all the time as much as I thought, but it looks like it dispersed well. More and more. I want to be sure I'm recording because one I made last year, a whole segment of it hadn't been recording. Oh, that's a teensy-tiny little thing. Now, I know I have more because I think there was a slip over here. I don't want to lead y'all astray. I'm going to take this soil, even though it may look like it's not got any use, and I'm going to put a mum down in it my daughter brought me. Yeah, there's more. I'm going to have dirt under my fingernails, but it won't be the first time. See? More. I'm not getting too worked up about how many pounds, trying to figure all that out. And I never weigh stuff, I always guess. I just am happy with what I can see there in front of me. Now, when I dump this soil, it's going to look like a big old mess, but that'll be all right. I'm sure y'all won't mind that. I want to just be really sure, excuse the wind, I want to be really sure that I don't have any down in there that's going to stay, and I need to have them curing. So I'm just going to stand up here and dump this over. Well, there's lots of pill bugs under there. Look at the pill bugs on that. Lots of them. Pill bugs have been the bane of my existence in this garden for the last 2 years. They've just done terrible. And what is that there? They look like little seashells. I know I'm not seeing things, y'all. Boy, a good root system was going on. You know, I could have left them in the ground a while. And I'll have to look at my diary where I write down when I planted what. Well, there's a nice one. What these grow bags do, they're not that expensive at all, y'all. What these grow bags do is let me get you up here. Let's get this other one out of here. And then I'll show you here in a second the whole thing. Hope you can see who I am with my crazy hair. The grow bags, when the plant's roots get to the edge of the grow bag, I've got a roly-poly rolling up my arm. What they do is, or what it does is, it keeps the root from really trying to sink down further, and it's kind of like because of the air that's on the outside. It needs soil, it doesn't need the air so much. So they're really, they're fantastic to grow in. I've grown everything in them, but my favorite thing to grow in them is either potatoes or sweet potatoes. And out in my garden there, I've got, I don't know if you can see it, I'll turn it around. I've got some cannas there that I put in a grow bag because I didn't have any other pot big enough. So I'm going to go through the soil real quick, make sure there's nothing down in there. Now I think that's a 25 gallon, and I'm going to show you guys how much, and gals, how much a 25 gallon bag, grow bag. And usually, I think when I got mine, they came like 4 to a pack, and they were all the same size. So I'll show you these, and I'm gonna let them sit here in the sun, and then I'm gonna take them in and start the process of curing them off. And so I'll be making sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving, and I love sweet potato pie. I've got that recipe on YouTube too. So let's look at these sweet potatoes. Turn you upside down here. Hope the camera hangs on. There it is. I think it looks great. I'm very happy with it. I'm telling you, I'm relieved. But out there in the garden, wait till we dig those. Those are going to be amazing. So you all have a wonderful day. I always like to show you this beautiful creation behind my house. So here we go. Way out there. And I had a hawk sitting on the handle of that cart at lunch whenever I was doing the dishes and looking out the window. And you just saw Punky go running. So have a great day, y'all. Bye.